Hello my friends, it's Sasha again, and today we'll be playing a bit of a... Well, not Borderlands 2, we've been playing that recently, it's quite a fun game. Black Ops 2 Zombies, and it's a information video about theories that we got at the moment, and I'm just kidding, I'm not really a Sasha, it's Brainy, and I was sniper shot today, and we'll be doing more Zombies info.
Now, this is the first time Labrini has been doing a Zombies information with me, so we might as well get it done and done so we can start a whole video about it.
It's not like we ain't tried 5 times to do this.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the 6th time we've tried this. First time?
So many problems.
First time, timeout. Second time, dog ejected disc. And then whatever else happened during the game.
Well, you didn't have to know that, but anyway.
We thought you needed to know. Anyway, on to Black Ops 2 Zombie Series. And some would
series? Hell yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Anyway, as we know, recently on Zombies, that Richthofen and Samantha aren't there anymore because we've gone back in time to the late 1920s, early 1930s. Because we know this, we know that Richthofen and Samantha are not in control of the zombies. But Stuhlinger is there, and he seems to be doing the audio casting for Mob of the Dead, supposedly. Now, I do not know if this is true, but this is what I've heard so far. Also, if Brini would just, like, write down the name of the characters and tell you them, I would tell you them. Brini, go ahead.
The characters are Finn O'Leary, Arthur Arlington, Salvatore Sal DeLuca, and Billy Handsome. These are for mobsters that are been put in Alcatraz for crimes of prostitution and thefts. So this is how we've ended up on Alcatraz with these characters.
Now, as we know, these characters are obviously going to be criminals and badasses, and probably swear a lot, which is nothing new there. It sounds like Nikolai quite a bit.
I am Nikolai. I like to drink vodka.
Yes. Little Nikolai, are you okay? Lols.
No, Richthofen. He scared me. My dreams.
Anyway, as we know, the Easter egg on Transit and Die Rise has been very interesting, but we've done the same thing twice on 2 DLCs now. And we know that this is getting a bit like, why the hell are we doing this again, Mum?
Repetitive. Too repetitive.
Exactly.
Come on, Infinity War, we thought you could.
Wrong game, Brainy, Treyarch. You said
Infinity War, you still suck. Jack, we thought you was cool.
Anyway, as we go into the zombie story on Mob of the Dead, we have learned so far, and there's a couple of theories in this too, that we've done the same Easter egg over and again. Now, back on Transit, when you had to do the Easter egg with the power off, with Max's, which was an SOB, because you would have no perks unless you did a glitch. Now, that was a glitch like you buy it just as you put your turbine down, so the perk could stay on. But as we continue through the game, we have realised that, well, we've come to a conclusion that Maxis and Richthofen seem to be building a giant Wonder Waffle. Now, this could be called the Wonder Waffle DG4. Don't really know how it's going to work.
Could just be a massive pylon of death zombies. Don't know.
Yeah, that's shooting up to moon for, yeah, and making...
Yeah, maybe this is what this is about. Like, the MPDs become inactive, so... This is why all this stuff's happening. So, like, we're trying to reactivate the MPD.
Now, as we know, Maxis and Richthofen are both trying to fix the Earth. Now, that's just kind of weird, since they just blow it to little pieces!
It was their own moon base, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. It's like, they blow the Earth to little pieces, then they try and fix it again. It's like, really? Anyway, they were trying to release something by the looks of it from the Earth or in the Earth core. I don't really know, but this is just like a couple of theories. But as we know, we think that they could be shooting these beams of light, that like electricity, going up into the air to unlock the MPD or whatever it is, to get Maxis or to get Richthofen out of ether and back into his own body, so Samantha ends up back in it. And then Maxis will be trying to save his daughter and getting his daughter out of ether as well, because we know how much he loved her. Now, we've also heard recordings of a woman called Sophia and her crying because she can't do what this German man is asking her to do. Now, if you remember back in World at War, Max has had a secretary called Sophia, so this could be her. Now, I don't understand how she would tie into anything, but there you go. So there's some...
And the fact that she's gone from 1945 to 2025.
Yeah. So maybe she's like a great-granddaughter or something, or she's ended up travelling to time. Why can't...
Coincidentally, Sophia.
Yeah. And as we continue, like, through zombies, we've noticed more and more strange things about the game. First, that the zombies seem to be getting fucking stronger.
It's a bitch.
Yeah. Because when Samantha controls zombies, you, basically...
It's pretty easy.
It's not that it was pretty easy, that she had, like, basically no control.
They were easier.
They were just berserk. But the zombies, as you can see in Dawn of the Dead, are creating their own boss zombies. We even got the Warden as well now, so... And we've got Call of the Dead, and slowly the zombies have been getting better and stronger. Because if you remember back in World at War, the zombies were strong in Recruit because they were crazy. So now that now that Richthofen is in control of the zombies, and he's crazy, he's causing some of his craziness to go into the zombies. So basically, because this is happening, all the zombies are getting stronger and evolving. So this is how the Flesh are saying their opinions. And I'm probably going to end up back committing suicide in the next 3 seconds. Apart from this, I will let Brini continue.
What?
Your turn.
What? I don't know. I'm too busy owning these zombies up.
Lols. Anyway, but we do know that the zombies are getting stronger, but if you've seen any images of the Warden, they are basically, if you've seen them, the Warden seems to be not bitten, not damaged, and just randomly turned into a zombie. Now,
probably just exposure to the element instead of bitten.
It could be that, but there's also, like, ideas that he was a Flesh member, and he...
I don't see how that would happen.
Well, we've seen how Stillinger was, is or was a Flesh member, and he...
Yeah, but he's more logical, because he's a survivor, so maybe eating the flesh is giving him some sort of immunity to it.
Yeah, but we have seen that the Flesh forced an image into his head of him eating meat, like flesh of humans and that. So we know he will become a zombie. Now, these zombies are Flesh members and that, maybe these people will end up as, like, super strong zombies like George Romero, stuff like this. Now, there was a rumour going around a couple of months back, and even I thought it could be possible, that George Romero and Stillinger were either related or also the same person. Now, at the end of Call of the Dead, if you played it on solo, there was a bit after after George Romero got turned into a zombie and you died at the end, or whatever happened, he would speak to you, George Romero, and while he was back to human.
Yeah.
George Romero. And
yes, he's totally legit, really.
Anyway, and he'd, like, speak to you, like in a video clip at the end. I can't remember what he said, but he was human again. Now, maybe he somehow cured himself or something, I don't really know. But, as you can see, there was obviously some sort of cure somehow. Now, we know that the Wonder Waffle electrifies them, but maybe there's, like, something in the Wonder Waffle that cures them. And Maxis knew this, and he didn't want this to happen.
To be honest, it was either that, or if you are, like, say, a Flesh member,
you get cured after
something similar. Time. It's like a temporary.
Yeah, and you get super strong.
Effect.
You get super strong.
And be an absolute bitch.
Now, we've also seen George Romero back in Call of the Dead. If you did not know, when you were killing him, the lamp that he holded would
ray gun.
Basically go into different colours. And when he was nearly dead, it would be like a ready colour. When he was like half health,
ready paint of death.
Yeah. When it was half health, it'd be orange, and when it was full lit, it was blue. Now, if you reverse these colours, yeah, or mix them up slightly, you basically get the three colours of the zombie's eyes so far: blue, orange, and red. So, Flesh, Richthofen, and Samantha. Now, a lot of people left Samantha out of the subject because there's not really been much information about the old 4 characters. Will they be returning? We do not know, but hopefully they will be. It's obvious that Richthofen isn't dead yet, but he's still either fighting the Flesh or killing them. Well, since
Well, in Mob of the Dead, he won't be seeing even.
yeah, he ain't even there. That's why Stuhlinger is the audio like guy that speaks to you. Now, if you didn't know that, that's gonna be a shocker for you. We don't know how Stuhlinger is back in 1920s, 1930s. He's just there. So it's going to be a bit of a weirdie. As we know that though, the 4 characters that we have been playing as in zombies are all affected by element 115. Now, some people would say, no, that's not true. Now, I've come to the conclusion, yes it is. Because if you think about it, yeah, when they were getting time looped, you would still remember what happened in a time loop if you were in it. So nothing would have like changed. It just happened again, and you'd be like, "Oh, come on, we're doing it again." But as we know, Samuel said, "Wait, have I been here before?"
Yeah.
And they don't remember, so they're slowly getting infected by element 115, and they start to die. Now, I have also worked out how the CDC and the CIA are like interjoined with this like group. Now, we have already known someone of the CDC is alive and is broadcasting, and he's obeyed Max's commands, and basically all Richthofens. I don't know which one it is, but he's obviously a flesh member. He's suffering from element 115, and he's also seems to be in a lot of trouble because he's getting like he have to kill 4 of his friends or 4 fellow CDC.
There's 14 of them.
Yeah, 14 CDC members. Now we know that that's obviously paranoia, which is caused by flesh members, like because they get infected so bad, it's causing
flesh and exposure.
Yeah. Now there's rumours to how the flesh have been created. Now, Brini, if you want to elaborate on the rumours how the flesh got created, go ahead.
Well, there's this theory where when the first zombie was created, there's a central grave mind was created at the time. And as more and more have gone on, they've connected to this grave mind along with it. So if, say, in a DLC, you had to attack like this super strong zombie, maybe this would be a stronger connection to the central grave mind, and maybe would affect the zombie's influence somehow.
Now, for those who have played Halo Reach and Space Marine, you may understand that as Hind Mind.
Halo 2.
Yeah, Halo 2 or Halo Reach or whatever it was. It's basically a Hind Mind. Space Marines is a big one for it because basically it's not a Hind Mind in Space Marines was basically it wasn't like controlling them in any way or giving them conscious. It was just like connecting everyone together so they all shared the same brain patterns and the thoughts slightly, so they could communicate with each other quickly and muscles would work quicker. But one person would basically tell the muscles what to do. And that Hind Mind would be back on wherever that was. Can't really remember. But as we know, if there is a Hind Mind with the first zombie, it wasn't Maxis and Richthofen who created the initial zombies. Because we're back in Mob of the Dead, and this is before their time. So basically, they didn't create the zombies, they just made it a lot worse.
Yeah, so, if Mob of the Dead is set in 1932,
yeah.
And if 935 wasn't around till like about I think 45.
1942.
Right,
42.
Then, and there's obviously been some sort of happening before. Just they've obviously given it strengthened effects and increased how bad it would have been.
So this might be why. Yeah, so this might be why the Flesh have got pissed off because someone else has tried to control their zombies. Now, I've also come to this theory on how the Flesh are, that they basically are like, you know, like every person who's died by zombies or been killed, like by other zombies or something connected with zombies. Or some sort of element 115 being in them. This has caused it to like them connect to the Flesh and become the part of the Flesh. Now, they've become a strong entity now that they are now got a voice, and soon, by the looks of things, they're going to have a body. Now, that's going to scare the living shit out of me.
I think it would for everyone who's played zombies as much as we do.
Yeah. Fuck off, zombie! I'm trying to revive him.
I feel like Samuel is like the member that's the like a higher ranking member.
Yeah. So is Richthofen.
Maybe because if you listen to the old video files, like the old radios, they're talking about where science has failed us and he has abandoned us. Maybe he is like Samuel. Because if it's Richthofen, he wouldn't abandon, because otherwise people would just give him incomplete.
No, Richthofen
commands.
would abandon because he wants his soul, like his own group of zombies, and for only him to control.
Yeah, but if the commands haven't been completed, he wouldn't just abandon.
Yeah, he'd have to be there before, but he's not.
Exactly, and obviously they haven't completed his commands, because if they're saying, join us, then there's obviously something going on that wouldn't be.
I need to get stamina up, give me a sec.
Alright. So, there's obviously something a little bit more interconnected with Samuel than just, say, him being his flesh member. It's probably more, say, not just a member, like low ranking. Maybe he was at the top end at one point.
Yeah,
Like,
or
he was the proper, like, leader.
or the first zombie wasn't exposed to element 115. He was element 115.
Yeah, maybe he's like patient 0 or something.
Yeah, because many times Richthofen has spoken patients and that, and different subjects in different types of things, and we know that Richthofen's a bit nuts. Well, bit nuts is like an understatement.
Exactly.
But we know that every time he spoke about one of these patients that in zombies that he's messed about with, they become stronger zombies, which means he's increasing their connection basically to
The central grave mine.
yeah. So this means that if Richthofen had full control of the zombies, which I don't think he does,
We'd be screwed.
no, I don't think he would, because he wants us to do like things in the Easter eggs and that, doesn't he? And that, so he'd have like certain controls to the zombies to stop them while we do something for him.
Yeah, because if the zombies are still attacking, he's obviously not fully in control. There's obviously
He's just slowing them down.
power in the effect.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Now, recently, I don't know why, but some of the 4 characters, basically Samuel, extremely keeps asking about the perks, and keeps saying, are you sure they don't give us brain damage, these perks? And I have these feelings, these perks that were created by Maxis and Richthofen to strengthen the people in zombies, like when they were created, basically pulled them away basically from the hind mind, so they had no control basically at all, and they had their own mind control, because everyone at Verrucht was exposed to element 115, even if they weren't a zombie.
Yeah. Constant exposure to the zombies and the like elements they were having to deal with.
Yeah. Now, we haven't really got much more information about this, apart from the Avogadro, and that's part of the periodic table, or what the periodic table is called. Don't get me.
The current periodic table is known as the Avogadro's Constant.
And now,
I'm wondering if there is some relation to these two. Say, the Avogadro is a mix of elements,
yeah,
maybe,
which created a single being, or
yeah,
the Avogadro is the head flesh member.
Yeah, maybe he is this central grave mind that is controlling them. Just he has now been given a form.
Because I think transit was a big key, and it wasn't just them making a map because us COD players wanted it.
Wanted it like story version.
Yeah, I think it's a big key to do with a lot more things than people think. Now, this is just a theory, but they could have created transit as the ground zero, basically, where the first zombie was created. Now, you've seen these zombies. Some of them are in, like, hospitals, clothes. Has anyone ever seen a hospital around here? In transit? No? No hospital at all. Not one. You got the church, you got the buildings, you got no hospital, but you got zombies in hospital clothes. Where did these come from? Because we know that Natch was a prototype, and Natch also was in Germany. Because that's why it was called Natch under Toten. So
not necessarily.
It could have been anywhere, but
it's created by 935.
Yeah,
they're a German element research group.
Yeah, and their first base was supposedly in Germany because Tank Dempsey had to go over to Germany to Natch under Toten to go rescue someone or something. I can't really remember at the beginning of the story.
Yeah, I think he had to.
It was to extract Pete. It was to extract Pete.
Yeah, extract Pete.
Because when he got to Verrucht, it was too late.
Yeah.
And Pete died in Shino Numa because he hung himself.
But
his arm got bit off in Verrucht.
Yeah, and that's what the writing on the wall is. It's him amputating his arm.
Well, zombie bit it.
So he slowed down the infection.
A zombie bit it off, and it got stuck to the power.
Yeah, sort of.
When he got to Verrucht, when he got to Shinonuma, before he hung himself, he had a part of his arms, like the rest of the arm that was infected, removed, but the infection had too far gone, which caused him to start to go paranoia. For example, on 115, and he was hearing voices. Now, not many YouTubers like the Done Zombie Storyline have said about Pete hearing voices. Now, as we know, he killed himself, so he might have been a flesh member, but we don't know because he killed himself before anything happened.
But before too much was revealed.
Yeah, because he didn't want to go totally fucking bonkers. Oh, fuck.
I thought all the 935 were bonkers anyway.
Not all of them, just a little bit of them. But
just most.
Knowing that Maxis worked for the Illuminati, not Maxis, Richthofen worked for the Illuminati. Illuminati was a group. Now, do we know that part of the Illuminati are the Flash, or that's what's created the Flash? Because they were a big group, and it's basically gone and created the Flash out of them, and that's why Richthofen hasn't gone like full ape shit on them and tried to kill them yet.
I feel that in, say, the next DLC, like Uprising, or the one after this, I feel the Illuminati are going to be elaborated a little bit more on their influence. Because what would be the Illuminati's connection to the zombies? Because unless they are flesh members, there would be no connection whatsoever. Only through Richthofen now controlling them through the ether.
Now, we also know that back in Black Ops 1, while you played as Richthofen, sometimes he would go, yes, Illuminati, I understand. And then he would continue his random rants. And now, this would happen, I think it was on Moon and the Reese.
Yeah, on these maps he is still fulfilling orders.
Yeah, and he'd only say it in the recordings, but some of the recordings he was talking to himself. He would say, yes, Illuminati, yet there was no one there to reply. So what happened?
Do you need ammo?
No, I need to be not deaded in the next 30 seconds. Holy fuck, oh my god, holy fuck, I just got a speak hole room and survived, and there was like 300 zombies after me. Don't know how I survived that, but what else?
Nice. Basically zombie players.
Thank God, I got no points for that. Oh, am I coming? And let's go.
And I have 9 shots of ray gun.
Yeah,
Covering.
because it counts while you're down, doesn't it? Now, we know that the ray gun was made of element 1 and 5, and so was the Wonder Waffle. Now, I've come to the conclusion that the ray gun could be also starting to kill us, because we have seen from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2 the ray gun has slowly started to evolve, the pack punch and everything has started to evolve too. But we also have seen that constant exposure to element 1 and 5 sends you paranoia. Now, we know that Takeo had lost his mind. It was Takeo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Japanese. He lost his mind, and once Richthofen ended up in ether, somehow he regained it. Now, after regaining his memory, and everyone getting their memories back, does this mean that Richthofen got his hidden memories back of when he was a proper Flash member or something? Or was Richthofen the actual Flash member, and that's why he's classed as separated from the Flash, and that's why the Flash say he has left us? Or was Maxis the first Flash member? Because we do not know about him either. Because
the only thing we know about him is he's trying to stop all these zombies. We don't know anything else.
Yeah, and also we know Maxis was killed by Fluffy the first Hellhound when Richthofen killed him. How is he back? And no one has explained this, ever. Even Mr. Dalek JD hasn't gone into much depth himself.
I was feeling that he's some sort of, like, say, the Flesh or the Illuminati is somewhat helped him, like, survive, say by making him some sort of cybernetic being that lives and only speaks through technology.
Now, we've all learned that Maxis, well, rumoured to be Maxis was the guy in Ascension that died and basically got turned into that ball of energy and went up into space. Now, I've rumoured that that ball that went up into space, the electrical ball, became the Avogadro sometime in the future, and the Avogadro is Maxis. But the thing is, it's Maxis twice in one time zone from 2 different times. That's Maxis in the future after something happens. Now, maybe Maxis is trying to get himself a form or a body again, so he could fight the zombies, but he accidentally turns himself into one while he's at it.
Dumbass.
Well, he mutated a bloody dog.
He mutated a dog just so he could see if this crap works.
Yeah, exactly. So, we know that Maxis is more onto creating new things, because he also created the Nova Crawlers, and that's what was left of the hidden race in Shangri-La on Mars. So, what else is going to happen, we do not know. Oh shit. But actually, no. When you hear Richthofen in this game, he's just doing the same thing as Samantha. But every now and again, he will, spurt out something different. Like in the Easter egg, he spurt out something different every time. But also in the Easter egg, we know that on transit, if you just see the traffic light on my screen now, when I'm looking up, just shot it once or twice. Basically, you will be able to see that lights up with an electrical field after you've done the EMP blast through the teleporters on the lights around transit. Now, then you would come over to over here, where I'm going now, and you would shoot this silver door because it looks untouched, and basically it would open, no, not open the door, but the electric from there would just go shooting that way into the farm. Now, no one ever went to look over into the farm to find out what the hell that did, or was that Maxis moving about? No one knows. Anyway,
still more is elaborated on this. The storyline in a way is still very clouded in mystery, and
yeah,
it's unless people like us and Dalek JD reveal our theories on how this may work, it's just going to be even more complicated by the time we do get all this information.
Now, there's been rumours, before I end this video, of them being, basically, let's put it this way, a map in the catacombs in Paris. Now this rumor was back after Black Ops 1 ended, and it was rumored to be the first DLC of Black Ops 2. But then Transit came out, and that was
nothing was heard from it.
Yeah, and then there's been rumors again for the Uprising DLC, and then that became the Alcatraz. Now I have that feeling the Catacombs idea will happen. It's just they're getting they're getting a certain point in the storyline before they release it and explain it to you. Now, if you're wondering how like a Catacombs map would change things, and like how you would fight zombies, there would be rooms that would be very small. You wouldn't be able to do a raid train bigger than 15 in these rooms. The tunnels would be extremely small. Basically, you'd have to like walk behind each other all the way through. But I had that feeling zombies can dig, and because we've seen them dig out the ground. And if you ended up in the Catacombs, they're just digging like new holes in the walls, and that could probably like scare the shit out of you. Now,
well, to be honest, if you ever played World of War Zombies on PC, there was a map called Lighthouse, and if you ever went under the actual lighthouse itself, there was these catacombs, and there would just be very small rooms, and zombies would be climbing out of all of the walls.
Yeah, and since then there's been more and more creations of these modded zombie maps on PC that have created more like openings and ideas for developers as well. Like what zombie map will come next, what can we do with zombies, and how this will affect the storyline. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Me and Breeding are going to have to like say goodbye now. Thanks for watching.
See you guys for another video another time.
Yes, because we will be doing more and more once the DLC comes out. I'll probably be doing one after the DLC comes out, because on the 15th, and the Xbox DLC will be released tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to watch some gameplay from Mr. JDL Syndicate to see how it looks.
Hopefully more information for you guys.
And once PS3 gets it, we'll do some gameplays, probably the Easter egg if possible. And there'll be more Black Ops 2 Zombies information released during in between this time as well.
No, that'll be found out how to do the Easter egg by then.
Yeah.
It's a month of it for Xbox, so.
Yeah, more than a month, because it's 40 days.
Bitch.
So I'll be doing my exams when DLC comes out for us. So hopefully we'll have a nice time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. It would help quite a bit to make more videos, and it would give me like a bit more confidence boost, so I'll make more. And before I jump out this window and get killed, I will run like shit. I nearly got killed then as well. How come it's the always convenient time that we run out of ammo? Thanks for watching anyway, and have a nice day.